I'm happy with who I am. You can call me the big whatever. I don't care because I know who I am. But you being that way to me, what does that change for you? Right. It ain't gonna change nothing for me. You can get a laugh and giggle, but my pocket is fat.
Welcome back to another episode of Deafine Podcast. Every week we bring on a new guest and we talk about defining moments and what defines them as an individual. How's it going, Zach? Welcome to the podcast, man.
Going good, man. Enjoying life.
I hear that, bro. Is this your first time?
Yeah, it is.
Nice, bro. So I spoke to Zach maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Yep.
And I'm like, yo, listen, bro, I have a podcast and I need some designs, bro. And you created a masterpiece for me, bro. So let's talk a little bit about that, man, because I appreciate, the person that you are. And you always been that type of person to try to help somebody or put somebody in a position where they can win.
And that's how all people should be. And that's the biggest issue. Right. You have so many people that are for self and not for other people. You will never get anywhere in life being for self, because to get to the top, it's going to be people around you that you need to get there. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that you rise to success on your own, but that's not true. If it wasn't for this person making this move or this person making this move, you would not got there. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Different obstacles. When it comes to this image right here, when you hit me up, first thing I thought about was, I want to support my boy. I want to help him make his dreams come true. You know what I mean? Because
bro, that shit gives me goosebumps, bro. Because you really that guy, bro. And we're gonna talk about like how we met and stuff like that, and what led us to where we are today.
Exactly.
But yeah, so let's talk about this, man. You do engraving now?
Yeah, it's a hobby. It's one of those well, it's more than a hobby. It's something that I enjoy doing. Okay. You know what I mean? So right now, I got into this about a year ago, and like we all do, late night watching YouTube videos.
That's me, bro. I'm the king of YouTube, bro.
So I seen a video of a dude using a laser, and I watched this video for like 2 months straight, and I procrastinated by getting it. I was like, man, I ain't finna spend that. It's coming from China. It's gonna take too long to get here. Finally, I bit the bullet and I bought it. It came. I ain't know what I was doing, man. You talking about I was messing up. I had probably like 50 canvas that I burnt through, just trying to figure it out. Right.
Trying to perfect the craft.
And through all of that, this is the only thing I remember about that, the beginning. It was so hard, man. There was nobody teaching you. I wanted to give up. So I made up in my mind at that moment that I'm going to learn it and I'm going to be the best at it. Or if not the best, close to the best.
It's looking like you're the best, bro, because I done my research, bro, and bro, let me tell you, bro, it excited me so much, man, because you got a head start. You jumped on a YouTube wave and creating this type of internet business. And when I seen that, I just got so excited. Yeah. Because I know what type of leap of faith you have to take to do something different. And most people are not willing to do something different, right? People have ideas. People like the idea of doing something, but when it comes to doing something, they don't move on it.
Exactly. And that's what you run across with a lot of people. A lot of people, they'll see it as an idea. But you got to stop letting it be an idea and make it your actual. Make it your everyday. You know how many times, how many business plans, how many different things in my life I done procrastinate about. I done wrote out an entire business plan, but never make a move on it. You know what I mean?
I can relate, bro.
Never make a move on it. And I'm going to ask you a question I'll ask everybody. What do you think is the most powerful thing on this earth?
What is the most powerful thing on this earth?
Yeah.
Energy.
Deeper. Got to go deeper.
The most powerful thing.
You know, let me tell you what most people say?
What?
God.
Yes,
they say that's the most powerful thing.
I'm an energy type of guy.
So you know what the most powerful thing on this earth is?
What?
Fear. If you think about fear in its whole
entity,
everything. A person, they go out there and they go to the gym every day. They go and do different things that they don't normally do because they're afraid to be a big boy or gain weight.
Right.
A lot of people, when they get sick, they go to God because they have the fear of death. When you bypass and get over that fear, then you're free.
Yeah.
You're free. Fear will hold you back with anything. I don't care what it is. If you think about fear, it's attached to everyday life. People get up and go to work to a 9-to-5 job that's dead end of fear of losing that apartment.
Right.
Or fear not being able to provide for the kids. Not knowing that if you just erase that fear and use some of those ideas that you've been planning for years, you don't know how successful you can be. You could turn where you used to make $40,000 a year into a year where you making $250,000 a year. Change your entire life. But if you don't get over that fear, you're going to always be inside of that little bitty bucket of $40,000 a year.
Right.
Your expectations are not going to excel. They're going to stay still. They're going to be stagnant.
Right. Yo, I love that, bro. That's the absolute truth, man. And
it is.
So where does that stem from? Where does that mindset and that motivation stem from? Because I've known you from quite some time. Mm-hmm. We actually worked together and you was my boss.
Exactly.
Which is crazy. And we'll get deeper into that. But you always had this mindset. You kind of knew where we were working was like a stepping stone. So was I. Mm-hmm. We always talked about like the future and doing things. And here we are, a few years later, sitting on a podcast. It's crazy how the world works, right?
It is.
But if you just work a little and aim, I think aim big. Because a lot of people aim short and they do half-ass. Exactly. I think if you aim big and you do half-ass, you still further than the expectation.
You got to think about it like this, man. If I said I'm finna walk from here to Georgia, if I sit here and I contemplate and I complain about walking from here to Georgia, I'm never going to take a step in that direction going to Georgia. So now I don't spend countless time sitting here saying, man, Georgia, it's going to be a long walk. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I always said, I don't want to be a person in my life when I get to my deathbed saying, I wish I woulda.
Say that louder for the people in the back, my boy. I wish I
woulda. How can you lose?
Yo, but where does that stem from?
It's a generational thing.
So your family, all your families like that?
Hey, when a person is comfortable, they're comfortable, and you as a kid, you see people get to this level. As a kid, you put them on the top of the mountain. But in reality, when you get to an adult, you're like, why didn't that person strive to be more than what they were? Because they got comfortable. People are at dead-end jobs for 20 years because they got comfortable. That comfortable is the same as fear. They're afraid to step out on faith.
Yeah.
And it's faith beyond anything that we can think of. It's endless capabilities. Endless. But if you don't put them to use, you will never know. You'll never know. You'll be in the same position that you've always been in. But me, the reason I changed, and it's crazy.
Talk about it.
The reason I changed because my whole life was negative. It wasn't negative in a bad way. It was just negative.
What, like your upbringing or?
Upbringing was amazing. Okay. We were poor. Good and poor. But I can honestly say I was so happy when I look back on my childhood being poor. I was happy, bro. I don't know if you can relate to that.
I can relate. The only reason I said that before. The only reason I mean that is because I didn't have the problems I have today. My problems is not money problems. It's like real life stuff. Before we wasn't worried about that. We just worried about the day and getting by for tomorrow.
But you know what changed? You know what changed in my life? When I say, think about it like this. When I was a kid, man, our family used to get together. We used to have family day. We used to have cookouts. We used to have all these things. Now times has changed. More money involved. People are so for self. They see you doing better than them. And now you're something to talk about. It's no positive. It's always negative. So my whole life, I set out to be positive. No matter what the situation is, there's positive in it. No matter if what's going on in your life, you got to find a positive in those bad times. Because if you don't, you're going to just have bad times. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's all you're going to have. And if you sit there and ponder over the things that are bad, you're never going to see the things that are good.
Right.
You're never going to see it.
I believe that, man. That's what changed my mindset.
What do you gain from being negative?
Right. Okay, so we know that. But so the people that's not on like this positive wave, because it gets boring, bro. It's like it doesn't get the clicks, it doesn't get the views, people don't care about the positive stuff. They want to see the headline. They want to see this person going to jail, this person did this to this person. But right?
Why? Ask yourself why is that?
To me personally, I believe there's no stimulation in being negative. It's just you can just be. To be positive, you have to overcome those negative thoughts because they come to everybody.
People are depressed and bored with their own lives.
Right.
So they use drama to fill their lives with energy and joy that they can get
They
from
bring
someone
people
else.
to their standards. Do you believe? That's what it is. So my life is messed up. I see some people going through some stuff. I bring them on my board, so I talk bad about them.
Well, they talk bad about them. A lot of people do the things that they'll see me go, well, you're a big nigga. I'm happy with who I am. You can call me the big whatever. I don't care because I know who I am. But you being that way to me, what does that change for you? Right. It ain't gonna change nothing for me. You can get a laugh and giggle, but my pocket is fat. You feel me? That laugh and giggle is not gonna be anything to me. When you stop caring what a person thinks is so powerful. It's so powerful. And a lot of people are stuck in the situations that they in now because they lost that power. They care about what mama think. They care about what the pastors think. They care about what their aunt and uncles think. Why?
I think if you take somebody's opinion, you take their lifestyle. Most people that I was taking opinions from didn't have the lifestyle that I wanted. And it's really not a monetary thing. It's the freedom, bro. I'm chasing freedom. And we talked about this, man. I was making pennies when I was working for you, man. Yeah, but yo, the relationship that we build, I think that's important, bro.
Do you know there's no such thing as bad advice? No matter what people say, there's no such thing as bad advice. I want to hear
I'm a person of energy.
I want to hear the bad advice. You know why I want to hear the bad advice? Because it gives me what to look for. I'm going to listen to you. Because if you don't listen, you're a one-sided person. That means you're only looking for the positive.
Right.
In this world, without good, there is no evil. Without evil, there's no good.
That's a fact.
Right?
Right.
So with good advice, there's bad advice.
Yeah.
So I'd rather you give it to me 100, not sugarcoated. That's the biggest problem. As a parent, these parents, they're wondering why their kids are going out here acting a fool and disrespecting them or going down this wrong path, and it's because of them. Like I said myself, just because I was born in a situation where we was below poverty, you know, we didn't have this, we didn't have that, but we always ate. We was always together as a family, and what people don't understand, that's better than anything.
Yeah.
Now I dream to go back there because family is not the same as it used to be. But I teach my kids the same way. People be like, man, I was poor, so I'm gonna buy my kid any and everything that they want. And guess what you just did? You just crippled your child.
Yeah.
You crippled him.
Oh my Lord.
You crippled your child.
Bro, because I'd had conversations based on that. Like I had a kid at a very young age, at 16 years old. And I thought that I didn't have anything, so I'm going to make sure that I give my child everything. And it's not like that. Your only job is to give them the tools and the guidance they need to be able to survive in this world. Because you know what? This world is insane.
Guess what, if I die today, I wouldn't be sad. I wouldn't be depressed, anything. I have prepared.
You'd be dead.
Yes, you will be dead. But at the end of the day, my legacy is not how much money I got in the bank. My legacy is not what I drive or what I live in. My legacy is what I instilled into my kids.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't understand that. If I die today, I know my kids got the intelligence to live. They got the common sense mentality to make money. They got all of that because I instill in them. I don't get my daughter be like, can I get an allowance for what? Washing dishes. You live here. You supposed to wash dishes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Discipline, bro. Discipline. I don't think discipline is being instilled. I'm a very disciplined person, and I don't mean in a physical way. I mean it's like sometimes you gotta sit your kid down and let them have it, man.
Exactly.
Right? Because bro, I've been seeing some crazy stuff like with social media and how these kids are, bro. Like I had a kid at a very young age. And I don't fault that on anybody. Mm-hmm. My mom was gone. She worked. She did what she can, and she did what she knew. So as I got older, there was no resentment towards that. I understood it, right? So as I got older, I'm like, well, what's important? Time.
But that's the sacrifice.
Right.
That's the sacrifice. Our parents sacrificed. Single moms or with a dad. Back then, they sacrificed that time. And yeah, a lot of kids felt like that wasn't right. But at the end of the day, you wouldn't have the things that you had if they would not have sacrificed it. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, if we continue to go down this road and feel like we want our kids to have a better life than we had, we're setting them up for failure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, I look back at my life was actually amazing. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have cable TV. We didn't have none of that. But man, does it make the mind be so creative?
It is.
Man, you can make up ideas. When you're a kid, they say you have the most crazy ideas.
You spend so much time alone. Like you spend so much time in your brain. Like it's hard for kids to People are addicted to their phone.
Yeah.
Like these kids, you go out to dinner. I go out a lot.
Why do you think relationships fail?
Huh?
Why do you think relationships are failing?
Because of that, I think everything's so accessible.
Look, if I gotta be out with you and we're eating at a nice restaurant with $200 steaks, and you gotta take a picture of the food to post it on Facebook, then you ain't here for me.
But I gotta cut you off. Not because I do that. It's because we're in a new world, my boy. You didn't just see what Facebook did? No. We're about to live on the internet. If you haven't, bro, have you caught up with that? With Meta and what Facebook is doing?
No, I haven't.
Bro, so yeah, that's another time we'll have a conversation. But exactly what you're saying is gonna be relevant in the next 5 to 10 years. What we literally live
if you allow it.
I think it's society, bro. Think about these cell phones, bro. Cell phones, computer. Like, there's people that was like the generation before us.
Yeah.
They didn't want to accept it.
You're right.
But now you need it. You need it to survive in this society because things are so accessible. If not, you get left behind.
Yeah. But like I said, it's all about to a degree. I'm not finna sit on my phone for 20 hours just looking at it. Kids, they don't understand how great it is to go out.
So my conversation was based on like, you're not the type of person to, spend that much time on your phone, right? You have a balance. There's moderation. You
gotta have a balance.
You have to.
Have to.
So my rebuttal was, life is about to begin on the internet. There's gonna be a new virtual reality where look at Bitcoin. You know about Bitcoin? Of
course.
Do you know about NFTs?
Mm-hmm.
That's digital currency, right? Mm-hmm. Our life is gonna be digital, and I see a lot of headlines, so I don't want to get too deep into that until I know the facts.
But what do you think is gonna happen?
I think you ever seen the movie the Surrogates?
Yes.
With Bruce Willis, where we kind of like in a Matrix mode, and I explained this on a different podcast. So your life is virtually, your life is digital. You create a simulation of you, and that person is you, but it's not in the physical form. So you go live a life, you go work, you go do everything you got to do, but you plugged into the Matrix, and you're controlling that person. That person has the same feelings and same thoughts and everything that you do. You control that like a VR.
Yeah.
So, bro, my mind is blown, bro. So think about that. You're talking about like, people
but also
spending so much time on that when I would life.
30 years ago, they also said we're going to be having flying cars in the year 2000. Do we have flying cars?
I remember in the year 2000 was supposed to be like the end of times. Remember that?
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. If you go off of it's too many people out here going off of what everybody else saying, and not enough people going off and thinking for themselves. Because just like
that's a fact.
Look, the media. You watch the media, they'll plant something in your head, and next thing you know, you're feeling that type of way. I'm the type of person, I take anything and everything, and I choose what I want to believe, and I choose what I want to follow. Ain't no way. Listen, why do you think kids are doing all the things that they're doing, man? Because they don't have enough face-to-face interaction with people. When I tell you what, if it goes everything digital, you can call that the end of the world,
bro.
That's what you can call that. Because if I can't sit here and have a conversation with you face-to-face, just like a baby, when a baby is born, they take it and they lay it on the mama to have skin-to-skin connection. We're going to be missing that in our lives. People are going to be dull. People are going to be ran by the society of you thinking of the internet. That's what they're going to be ran by. So no skin-to-skin, no conversation. Sex going to be virtual. Everything. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't trying to get there.
Yeah, the title of this video is The End of the World. It's the end of the world.
Hey, but
are you that type of person to think deep into reality and the world? Like you're a deep person?
I am. I'm very deep.
You're the type of person that spends like a whole day or be up all night just concentrating on one thing that you have interest in?
Anything that I'm interested in, I have to investigate it and find every detail about
That's funny you say that because I don't want to. When I met you, we was investigators.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that really, I'm telling you, you can't take things these days for, if anything, loss prevention taught us you can't take things for face value. You'll have a pretty girl in a nice suit come in the store with a nice, generous sized person. She'd be the one who's still $500 worth of merchandise. And you would have never thought it. Now you have somebody come in, bummy, and they pay for everything that they get, right or wrong.
Nah, that's absolutely, bro. We had some crazy stories, man. By the way, he's talking about when I first met him, I moved to Tampa. This was like 5-6 years ago, right?
Yep.
Something like that. Maybe a little longer.
2016, 2017.
2016, 2017. And when I moved to Tampa, I didn't have anything. I was going through a bad relationship, a bad breakup, and I just wanted to get away. Yeah. So the first place I ran to was my sister. But my sister didn't have any space. So I slept on her couch for almost a year. And even I started working at Walmart, and that's how I met you, right? And I knew at that moment that I didn't want to be there. But just life kind of, things aligned for me. I was like, yo, this is the opportunity, and I took it. I had no ego, and I had no problem. I was like, yo, I got to get it, right? Because one, I was staying in my sister's house, and I didn't want to be a burden. So I had to do something, right? Also, I had to make money. But I always knew in my mind that if I work hard, eventually I'll get the things that I want.
I'm going to tell you right now, man, you had so much drive back then, you might not even realize it. You had more drive than a lot of people have. But you had that drive of, I know where I'm going, and I'm trying to get there. Now I know where I'm going, but I'm going to sit here and linger around for a little while. I watch you at every step. Like you say, you was at your sister on the couch, you used to come in, this and that. But I remember the day you signed that lease to that upstairs apartment, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
You remember that, bro? You picked my couch up.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like the growth. People don't understand. People pay attention to where you at right now, but you don't have no idea where I'm going.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just because you see me like this now, you see me a year from now.
Yo, bro, you just solidified everything that I've been thinking, bro. I've been on this wave, and I'm not saying that to be cocky or, boost my own ego. I just been saying that because I just knew if I work hard enough, the things that I desire will come to hand. And I had to go through a lot of shit, bro. I make it sound easy, and it was just that it was a lot of trials and tribulations that I had to overcome, and we all do. So yeah. I want to bring this back to you. What are some of the trials and tribulations that you had to overcome? Because you told me some deep stuff while we were working together.
Hey man, you know what? I think the biggest thing is growing up in the country, Georgia. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
Albany, Leesburg, Georgia. Albany, Leesburg. I was born in Albany. We lived in Leesburg. Just country. We had like 2 gas stations, 1 grocery store type. You know what I mean? But it had a hood and it had a country. I think the hardest thing in my life was myself.
Yourself?
I had to get over myself. And people don't want to say that. They don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to bring that to life.
Yeah, but that's kind of a cliche thing to say, no? Because I know that, but for the person who's listening, who may be going through problems, how do you think they'll feel by hearing that? Like, oh, how can he say that we're us the people, we are in our own mind and in our own way?
Hey, I ain't gonna say everybody, but I know for myself. I can only speak for me as a man, and I had to get over myself. I had to get over that pity party of where I was in life, and I think everybody can relate to that. Yeah. I had to get off of, man, I ain't got enough gas. I got to put $5 in my tank, or I ain't got enough gas to get to the store, or this and that. I had to get over that, man. I had to get over that I'm from the hood. I had to get over that my lifestyle. You know what? Sometimes because you're in a situation doesn't mean who you are. Me, honestly, the situation I was in, it started becoming me. And it wasn't consume you. It wasn't me, but it started consuming. Like if you don't smoke and you always around smokers, eventually you gonna smoke.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Right.
And a lot of people say, "Oh, peer pressure." No, but you see it.
You are who you hang with. If you hang around 6 smokers, you're most likely gonna be a smoker.
It all depends on that person, though.
You have to have the mental capacity and the mental strength.
But back then I didn't have that. So if somebody out there
So you was a follower, bro? I don't see you as a follower.
I was.
You will be.
I was, but I can admit that. But I was following the wrong people. That's why I say you got to get over yourself. I was following because I didn't know how to lead. I seen people who I thought was leading, but they wasn't leading. They was following too. So that was the blind leading the blind leading the blind. You feel me? That's
a fact, bro. You know That's a fact. That's how the system is, though.
But when you stop following down that dirt road and you say, you know what, I'm going to take this grassy plain and see where it takes me.
Right.
That's when you become a leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I did that. I stepped out and I went my own direction. I didn't let nobody tell me or dictate what I did. I did it because that's what I wanted to do. You feel me?
So what? Let's talk about, because my whole thing, I like to bring interesting people, and we talk about that one specific thing. There's no secret sauce to success. There's no shortcuts. There's none of that.
No.
But you have. I read a lot of books, bro, and this is one in particular, like stance, or one in particular, paradigm shift that people have, that it kind of clicks for them, and they realize, well, the situation I'm in is not giving me any benefit. So in order for me to benefit, I have to do something different. What was that switch for you when you realized I got to do something different? I'm following the blind and it's not working for me.
When you feel like your life is over and you're living every day. That's what it was for me. My sister got killed back in 2007, got murdered. And before she died, I call her my savior. I tell people all the time, I'm living the day because of her. Because my life, I was selling drugs. I was doing everything that you can think of. I was not perfect. I was a negative person. I was never positive. If somebody want to pop off, I got the scrap, let pop off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hood to the fullest.
Country boy.
Country boy. My sister, she got killed, man. But the day she got killed, those words that she told me that day saved me and got me here where I am today. She asked me, she said, could you change for me? Now, my whole life, I wasn't thinking about nobody else. But she was like a mom, a second mom to me. When my mom was at work, that's who we looked up to. That's who cooked for us. You know what I mean? Even though she just cooked sausage and corn every day. That's who cooked for us.
Food is food, man. You know what I mean? Ain't got it.
She took care of us. And when she told me, can't you just change for me, man, that changed my whole life. After she got killed, it took me a year to change. Because I was just still negative.
Stuck in that mindset.
And still stuck in that mindset. But I remember the things that I remember from her. Everybody loved her, and she was always positive, man. She was always positive, no matter what. And I was like, she always had a smile on her face. She was always happy. Let me try that. Let me see what that be like. Right. Let me see what that be like.
Your influence around you, did they have that same mindset?
Not at all.
No.
And that's why you have to change your surrounding. Sometimes you got to cut off people, man. Look, if you go in the bathroom and don't wash your hands after using the bathroom, you carrying them same germs out the bathroom with you, right or wrong. Right. Everything you touch is going to have them same germs that when you went in the bathroom. Life is the exact same way. Them negative people that you have attached to you, no matter if you walk outside of that room, them negative people still going to be attached to you. They're still going to be attached. Until you cut free and let them go, you're going to still be in the same situation. I don't care where you at. Because your surrounding might have changed, but the people who are close to you are still the same. That energy, like you say, you're an energy guy.
Energy is contagious, bro.
Exactly. That energy continues to follow you no matter where you go. I could have moved from here to Idaho. And if I still got the same people, inside, with me, I'm still having that same energy, bro. You have to change. If you don't change yourself, first you got to admit that you were wrong, or you were following the wrong people, or you were doing the wrong thing. If you don't never admit that, then you ain't going to be able to start over. When I moved here, it gave me the opportunity to start my entire life over. I wasn't that same Zack that used to sell dope or run behind the girls or drive a car with deep down in the trunk. When I came here, I was rebirthed. Like you go get baptized, I was a new man. I became who I wanted to be and not who I had to be.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because a lot of times when we hang around with these guys, we feel like we have to do it. But when you come here and you don't know nobody, your slate is clean. It's clear. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened.
A lot going on here, man. We in Tampa right now. We in Cigar International. Is that what that called? No, you good, bro. Yeah, man. So the owner, the manager, we reached out to him yesterday, man, and he was like, "Come do a podcast. It'll be an honor, man." And this is such a pleasant place, bro. Yep. It's amazing. The aesthetics, the ambience, the vibe, the culture, bro. I love it here, bro. And to have people like that, yo, he didn't shoot us down at all. He embraced it. He was like, "Bro, I love that. You're an entrepreneur. You're trying to do stuff. Come here. Come have a vibe."
That's that positive.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
What would he be gaining by telling you no, you can't do it?
Right. And you know, he didn't ask for anything in return. He was like, "Don't worry about it. Just come, have a good time." Most people were like, "Yo, first of all, I need a deposit. Second of all, I need a shout out. Third of all, I need to be in the picture." And he didn't do none of that. I was actually looking for him. He's busy. He don't care about
Hey,
it, man. I gotta salute people like that, man, because often we come on this this podcast and we talk about like the difference between positive and negative. Bro, there's so many positive people that's willing to give you a chance. You just gotta put your foot out there.
You know when positive people turn negative, and people don't want to hear, but it's the truth. Like me, I haven't let it got me yet, and I'm gonna knock on wood because they haven't got me yet. But I'm such a giving person. I'm such a person that try to influence everybody I'm around to be positive. But after it's just like a bad relationship. After that good girl been hurt so many times, she turned into what?
Thotty,
right? But she didn't start like that. We all got a story. We all got to start, a middle, and an end. We all do. But if you let that start get corrupt at the beginning, your beginning gonna be corrupt till the end.
Yeah, right.
Unless you grab hold of your life again.
It becomes embedded in you, man.
Exactly, man. And if you don't change those, man, I'm telling you. And the reason I'm positive, like I said before, there's not enough room in me to be negative.
Right.
Well, I have never gained anything by being negative.
Bro, I said this before. I'm a delusional optimist. I see the good in everything, bro. And I don't say that just to say that, bro. I've been through some stuff. You know my story, man. Yeah. And to be able to lose a sense and come into this world and complain about it when you have all this freedom, all this life, all these opportunities. There's so many opportunities out there. So if you're the person that's watching or listening and you're going through some stuff, man, just know that it's a part of your journey. One day, if you take the right path, you're going to be able to explain and show people that being stuck is a mindset.
Hey,
it's not. It's all a mindset, bro. I think, bro, most successful people, they say it's 80% mindset, 20% work, the physical world. Mm-hmm. So if you can think things into existence, I'm a spiritual person, bro. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus, but I also believe in a law of attraction. And I've been attracting some amazing things into my life, bro. Just being open and being real with myself.
But when did that start? When you decided what?
When I decided to be positive, bro. When I decided to accept things for what it is and not change it, just improve it.
But answer this question. This is a big one for me too, and people don't like when I say it, but every situation we don't ever been in our life, we put ourselves in it. Because we have a choice. We had the choice of free will, right or wrong, right?
Right.
So if I say...
But let me, not to cut you off, but what about the people that don't have opportunities, that live on, in third world countries?
There's always opportunity.
Always. Right, because there's people that come from there, they go through the worst of the worst.
It's always an opportunity. Now, if you don't find it, that's on you. That's just like if you don't grind for something, you ain't gonna get it.
Right.
You are not gonna get it.
Right.
There's no way in the history of anything that if you don't work hard enough, you're not gonna get there.
Yeah.
A lot of people looking for something to fall into their laps, and that's not how life is.
No.
That's not how life is. And I tell my brother this all the time. I say, man, he be like, man, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and I say, you allow it. You allow yourself to go through it. Why didn't you change something? If they say if you continue to do something over and over, it's the insanity, right?
Right. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting
a different outcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
bro.
But
that's so cliche to say, because what if I do it on the flip side? What if I am doing good? Right? What if I am doing good?
True.
And I keep doing the same thing, right?
Okay.
And then something detrimental to my life happens. I'm like, yo, I've been thinking this whole way. I've been a positive person. I've been giving. I've been doing all this stuff the right way. Mm-hmm. And then, boom, I lost a family member.
Yep.
I got cancer. I'm about to die.
Okay.
What?
That's life. There's no explanation. That's life. No matter how good, man, I can go hit the lottery right now and be a billionaire, and they tell me, man, you got stage 4 cancer. You finna die next week. That is life. There's no explanation needed for it. It's life. It has nothing to do with what you did. That's just life. We all have a beginning and we all have an end. A lot of people, they wait to the end to try to do something with their life when I want to do it in the beginning and live my whole life doing what I want to do. A lot of people, they lose time. How many? I hear so many older people say, "Hey man, I remember when I was
remember the time we went to sorry to cut you off. We went to the old folks and we had like a bingo party.
Oh, man, I looked at that video the other day, bro. I looked at that video.
Damn.
Hey, man,
we did some good stuff, bro. We fed the homeless.
We did.
We gave out clothes.
Shoes. I remember you gave all the shoes
Yeah,
out.
I gave a lot of shoes. We gave hygiene products.
Yep. 500 brown bags. I still got it on my computer, man. It's been 6 years ago. 500 meals, man.
This gives me the chills, bro, because
and it feels good to be
see
positive.
to see how far we have come. And this is not the end. To me, this is just the beginning.
It is. It is. It is. You decide your destiny. You can't say fate this, fate that. You decide that. The moment that you let somebody else decide your future, that's when you lost. I'm not gonna let nobody decide what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life. I'm gonna decide that. I'm not gonna live over, like we were just talking about, internet, and I'm gonna live there. I enjoy going to the cabin and watching streams.
You like nature. You're a country boy. You like to be outside. You like.
But everybody used to love being outside, right or wrong, because that's all you
know
had.
What's crazy? This is what I tell my son. I said, when I was growing up, my punishment was you couldn't go outside. Your punishment is when I send you outside.
Exactly.
How crazy is that, bro? Are we living backwards?
I don't think we're living backwards. We're taking the easy route.
We're taking the easy route.
Yeah, path of least resistance.
Yeah, that's what creates some pussies.
Yeah, it's the path of least resistance. Think about it, man. How hard... me and my wife have a conversation all the time. I said, listen, we got a plan to do this with our daughter. We got to take her out. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do that. But the reason I do that, because just as well as human adults saying, hey, I've been to France, I've been to Italy, you have experiences. Your kids, you wonder why they go crazy when they turn 18 to get out of the house, because they never experienced nothing. They're seeing it for the first time. They just opening up their eyes. But if you already show them these things, I show my daughter money. I let her touch thousands of dollars. I show her.
I do the same thing.
$50,000 check.
I do the same thing. Bro.
Guess what? It's just motivation. And she be like, can I have some of it? No. You want to work for it? My office need to be clean. What's up? You want to go clean my office? I'm not giving you anything, because nothing was given to me.
Right.
I work for everything. But the moment you start giving them, they don't have no expectation to work.
Right, exactly.
You take that out your child, you crippling your child.
Yeah.
You're giving them a handicap.
Right. Yo, I believe that, bro, because I live by that, man. My son, where I messed up at was I had that vision where I was going to give my son everything. And I realized how handicapped I was making him, right? You don't have to work. You don't have to think. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Until I realized it's like, yo, I'm making your life easy. But so my thing is, I'm making your life easy. When you decide to go live your own life, it's going to be so difficult, because you're going to have to start from zero.
And guess whose fault it is?
It'll be mine. But I changed that. Luckily, I came into my senses, and I changed that quickly.
Because if you don't prepare your child for life, then when they get out there and they think that it's going to be easy, they fail.
Right.
Hey, think about this. I told my daughter, I said, listen, I want you to start your own business. My oldest daughter right now, she's starting to sell.
Is she business savvy? Like she wants to?
She's not really. She's more of a gamer. She's a gamer right now, but I'm starting to show her. When we go out to eat, I be like, yeah. They be like, how we splitting this? Be 6 of us at the table. Yeah, 5 of us on this bill. She gonna pay. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way. My son invites me out, and my son, he works. He makes good money, man. He invites me out. We go out, and I'm like, you paying for this, right? You can't invite me out and not pay for it.
Hey, I'm telling you.
But it's been teaching them, bro. It makes them want to work harder.
Exactly.
It makes them more responsible with money.
What do you think school do?
Woo, that's a whole different subject, my boy.
Man, school prepare you to be a 9-to-5 worker.
Yeah,
they don't create entrepreneurs.
No.
They create. You get a 15-minute break. Mm-hmm. You get a lunch. You get a recess. They preparing you to go to somebody's job and clock in at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning and work till 5 and get a lunch and 2 breaks.
That's a fact.
You as a parent got to change that.
Before I even had these like visions and epitomes and all these things going on, when I had my first job, I remember it was in Church's Chicken. I was 16 years old. My mom had given me the job. I had to ask to use the bathroom. I had to ask to take a break. I didn't want to do it, bro.
Yeah.
But I didn't know anything else.
You were so used to being told when to go do something. See, look, that's what the school system set you up. You're told to do something. I want my child think for herself.
Exactly.
I want her to be able to say, listen, I want to start this business. I'm going to see it through. I don't want her to feel like she has to answer to someone. But in school, that's
But
what
we
they
need
teach
workers
you.
though. If everybody had that same mindset, who would work? Who would work?
But that's the thing about it. It's more work. So we won't have that. Everybody, entrepreneurs,
So if
entrepreneurs.
every individual has a business,
We'll buy from each other. We still gonna need the same things that we need.
yeah, but you need employees.
Yeah,
you have
do,
a business,
but not everybody.
So if everybody that you employ right now, because you have a business, decided to be an entrepreneur, and you go without employees, it's impossible to run a business because you said that earlier. Like,
this is true, but how many people do you really think gonna leave that fear? Not many. People gonna still be on that fear. You're gonna always have workers because that's in their character. They put themselves in that level to be workers. You gotta take yourself from where you are as a worker and make yourself an entrepreneur. It's not gonna be given to you.
I think that word is used lightly, right? Being an entrepreneur.
Exactly. But you know what? Even being an entrepreneur, you're still working for people.
Right? You have to serve people to be an entrepreneur.
And see, people don't realize that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The customer is still paying you. You working for that customer. You're gonna always be a worker.
Right.
You're just doing it under your
under your circumstances.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. But the freedom that you have to make the decision if you want to go to work, if you want to take a break, if you want to do all these things, right?
Yep.
I think a good entrepreneur is someone who fixes a problem, right? Because a lot of people don't like what they do. And they have, these thoughts and try to manifest this. I want to get into business. Business is not what you think. It's tough as shit. It's easy to work for somebody, bro.
And that's the path of least resistance.
Yeah. It's easy to work for somebody.
Hey, man, do you know how hard it is to sit down and be like, man, I'm not going to make what I thought I was going to make. Sometimes you look at what you're making and you be like, man, I would have made this working a 9-to-5 job. But you can't let that stop you. You can't, because you're going to always have trials and tribulations in everything that you do. It depends on you. If something's not working, that means that something needs to change. I can weld. I went to school for welding. Right now, I have a roofing company.
You a jack of all trades, my boy.
You have to be.
I have a different theory.
Have you ever heard?
Yo, I stood with this theory for so long. You could be a jack of all trades, but a master of none.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah. What if you master of one thing, you're limited in your capability. You put a cap on yourself. Yeah, I learned how to weld, and I can weld the best things in the world. But what else can you do?
Yeah.
What else can you do?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you limiting yourself. And a jack of all trades, like you said, a master of none. I will be that any and every day than to have one thing under my belt. Because guess what?
I thought of it from a different perspective, like a half-asser type.
No,
you're kind of dipping and diving into everything you try to.
That means, look, that's a versatile person. I can sit here and I can talk to any person from any walk of life because I don't been in that position of every walk of life. Right. Same thing with anything. I can do half of the things that I can hire you to do. So I'm saving myself money at the same time. That doesn't mean I'm going to be half-assed. That just means I didn't take that one thing and push it and learn everything possible about it. Half of the things that you learn on a subject, you might not never use in the field. Everybody know that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know, our roofing company, me and my brother Anthony, we got BRSD Roofing, right? We started it last year.
Okay. Right? Yeah, let's talk about it.
Man.
What made you get into that, first of all?
COVID, man.
COVID?
We have been talking about this for years. Procrastination.
No, but even when I was working with you, you talked about the roofing.
Exactly. Because it always, sometimes God reveals things to you. You just got to listen. We've been talking about this for years, and it's true now. We kept persisting and pushing and pushing and pushing. Now it's reality. I don't work for nobody. I work for customers, but I don't have to go and punch a clock.
You serve people. You don't work for people.
I serve people.
Yeah.
I don't have to go punch a clock. You know what I mean? But at the same time, man, let me tell you what the roofing. Man.
Yeah, but there's nothing. We got to elaborate on that because I don't want the person that has a 9-to-5 to think, we're talking down upon.
No,
right?
I work the 9-to-5. Matter of fact, I work more than a 9-to-5 on owning a business. That's what people don't realize. You put in 40 hours a week. Business owner, I'll never have it. I just got a call 30 minutes ago, and it's 8:30 at night. You know what I mean?
You always on.
Always on. And if you like, it's a different than people. If you like being told what to do, then that's you. That's what you want. Me, I'm the person, I don't mind getting told what to do, but I also like to lead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I also like to be dibble and dabble in everything in life. You can't be a one-minded person. If you're a one-minded person, you're a one-way person. Yeah. I'm not that. I can go in any direction in life I want to go. If I want to stop doing roofing and start driving CDL, I can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, but you got other things. You have a YouTube channel now that's freaking blowing up, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, say it all, bro. You got a lot going on for yourself. And at one point, we was in the same position, and we would talk and we would dream every single day, bro. We were putting in 40 hours a week, bro. And 30 of those hours, we were just talking.
Exactly. Exactly.
We were just talking. And not only would we talk, bro, we became like brothers, bro. We would argue. We would literally argue when you would kick me out the office, like, yo, get out, go do something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sick of you. And we'll go days without talking. Like, if you really my blood brother.
Yeah, you'll be walking around the store and never come in the office like, whatever. I don't care,
right, yeah. I was walking around with a chip on my shoulder like, man, fuck this motherfucker.
Yeah, big motherfucker. Even when you were throwing the ice down my back, I was like, this. You know what I mean? But we got to, people go to work and they hate going to work. I love going to work back then, bro. Because I seen the people.
You made it more appealing to be at work.
Exactly. If I hate my job, I'm not gonna do my best at my job.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if people show,
I was the best employee.
You was all right. You know what I mean?
I was the best employee.
I probably was the best, but you know
I was
what I mean?
the best employee.
But
because I'm that type of person. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it well.
But think about it. Even when you worked for me, did I not try to teach you everything I knew?
Nah, absolutely.
Why? Have you ever asked yourself why?
I've noticed that's the type of person that you are.
Why put a hindrance on you? Why put a hindrance on your growth? Why put a cap on your growth?
Yeah.
If I can show, a lot of people are afraid of somebody taking their job. Well, if I'm doing my job correctly, I shouldn't have a problem with you taking my job. But if another spot open up, now you got the capable means.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking like that. I was like, I didn't care. I'm just here. This is temp. This is a vehicle for me to get to my next destination.
But where did you take it? When you left Kmart, where did you go? Did you not go back into loss prevention?
I did.
Did you have more knowledge of loss prevention?
I did.
It was all preparing.
Yeah.
Preparing you, like you said, it was a stepping stone. So I'm going to give you everything, all of me, like the song. I'm going to give you all of everything that I know. So when you go to the next job and you're interviewing for this job, now you can say, I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this.
You know what? You know what? Now to think of it, after leaving that job, I thought I would never go back to corporate America. And when I did, it was the most depressing thing, bro. I stood off of social media for 2 years. I was depressed. For the first time in my life, I started experiencing anxiety. For the first time ever. To the point where I used to have to call my mom and be like, yo, just talk to me. I just need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Because it chewed me up, man. We often project our life to go in this direction, and when it doesn't go, we so crucial on ourselves. We crucify ourselves.
But the problem
at least for myself, because I set myself for so high expectation.
But who expectation was they? That's the problem. That's the biggest issue. I hear people saying they failed at something. You didn't fail at nothing. You're shooting for this man's expectations that he put on you, and not the expectations that you put on yourself.
You're on a podcast, my boy.
Not the ones that you put on yourself. I'm not. You can set a goal for me. If I don't reach it, I'm not disappointed.
But that was mainly on myself. That had nothing to do. Where did you
get it from, though? Where did you get your expectations from?
Social media. Huh? I think that's why I stayed off social media for 2 years, is because I was seeing all these things, and I was giving myself timelines. Mm-hmm. And when I don't hit a timeline, boy, I whoop my own ass, bro.
But that ain't like how life works, man.
It's not. It's you create a false expectation when you do that.
Exactly.
Bro. I learned to have moderation and balance into my life.
So when you're doing that, what do you think the people like your son and other people are watching? What do you think they see? They see that same. Our kids follow what we're doing.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
They follow what we're doing.
Yo, 110%, bro.
You know what I mean? So I'm not finna, listen, I don't feel bad if I don't make something by a deadline. It wasn't meant for me to make it.
Yeah, but it was also.
Look, if you do any and everything in your power, if you do any and everything in your power to get somewhere and you don't make it, you did anything in your power to get there, correct? So why would you feel bad?
She's trying to kill me with this drink.
You know, why would you feel bad?
Nah, I think it was I was portraying, not even portraying, because I was doing really good until.
Where did it get you? Where you at right now?
it humbled the shit out of me, bro.
Yeah.
It humbled the shit out of me. It made me realize that people will be people. You just gotta let them be.
Exactly.
And I wasn't letting myself be. I was putting these high expectations, and even to this day, I do it. But I just don't. I detach my emotions from the said goal.
They weren't your expectation. You was influenced to have them.
I think we all are, man. We all influenced by some way, shape, or form. Our ideas, the thoughts, everything that we know is influenced by something.
That's why you got to change it. I did that. I changed it. I don't care if I have $1 million in the bank. I'm not going to buy a bigger house. I'm not going to buy a better truck. I'm not going to do none of it. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy to be successful. Like I said, successful is up to you. It's not up to the next person.
It's determined based on the person.
Exactly.
I believe that.
But so many people, they feel like they failed because they didn't reach what this person reached. It wasn't meant for you to reach that. Right. That was their goals, not yours.
Yeah.
Stop putting other people expectations on your life. I don't care what nobody is saying. I'm going to be me to the day I die. I'm going to do what I want to do. Things that I want to do, I'm going to put hard work. You can meet your expectations all day. It depends on what you want to do to get there. Sometimes sacrifice is the biggest thing that we do as parents, as adults, period. You got to have sacrifice. You know how
you
hard...
have to sacrifice?
You have to. Everything has sacrifice. There's nothing that doesn't have sacrifice. I work like crazy and paying all the bill. My wife, like, I'm sacrificing the time I could be spending with her.
No, absolutely.
My kids, same way. I'm sacrificing it, but I'm doing just like our parents. My mom worked hard as I don't know what, and she probably was never working 80 hours a week. She sacrificed being with us so she can take care of us. So everything had a meaning. It was a meaning behind it. We might not understand it.
Yeah. Nah, I agree. As I got older, I started to understand it because I entered that vicious cycle, that hamster wheel that, you got to keep working. You got to keep chasing this money in order for you to provide and do these other things. Yes, that is a route that you may have to take, but it shouldn't be the end goal.
No.
It shouldn't be the end goal.
No, it's not.
But, bro, I want to get a little bit deeper into your life. Let's see how. Yeah, we got a little bit of time. So you moved over here.
Yep.
You changed your whole mindset.
Yep.
You started business.
Mm-hmm.
How's life now? You're so humble. You've always been this humble individual that never chased monetary things, physical things. You always chase purpose.
We never own anything.
No.
The moment you
die, keep shutting me up, bro. You taking over. He's taking over the podcast.
It belongs to someone else. The moment you die,
yeah.
We never own it. We're leasing everything. We're leasing everything. There's no monetary value that can change me as a person. I don't care what it is. And a lot of people get lost in the sauce, as they say.
Yeah.
You get a little money and you get big-headed and change who you are, but that shows that you don't know who you are. I know who I am. Man. I'm happy who I am. I'm not doing it for you. I'm not doing it for them. I'm not doing it for I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for my kids. I'm not doing it for my wife. I'm doing it for me. And people got to realize that. I'm doing it to keep me happy. Like people say, I started a garden. Look on I didn't see.
You started gardening, though?
Like I was growing collard greens and all of that. People said, man, you're only 28 years old. You old. I enjoyed it. People don't understand how it feels to go buy a $1 bag of seeds, water it, and make it grow into a vegetable.
Ooh, that's a different feeling.
Man. My grandmother, I did it because of my grandmother. I always wonder, why do she enjoy this so much, man?
It's like a process.
The process is amazing.
And you see the process grow, bro. That's a perfect metaphor.
Just like your son, when he was born, see him grow up into a man. It's just faster. It's faster. You grow some cabbage, you put them in there, just seeds, then they turn into seedlings, then they grow into small trees, and then eventually 30, 45 days later, you got a cabbage that you can go out in your garden and pick, wash, and cut, and provide for your family. It is amazing. It's amazing, man.
So your grandmother, she influenced you on that?
I keep her alive by doing the things that I do in my everyday.
I love that.
I keep her alive.
You're such a deep person. We always had intellectual conversations. We talked about dreaming. We talked about our kids. We have a lot in common, bro. And for some way we always align and come together for somehow, bro. Yo, I'm fascinated, bro. Let's talk a little bit more about that. So What made you get into that, bro? And now, not only did you get into that, you're training and like mentoring people.
Yeah.
You have a YouTube page that is going crazy. Your engagement is insane for.
Hey man, when I started that channel, I'm gonna be honest with you. You look at my first 3 videos. I didn't have an intro. I didn't have an outro. I didn't know anything. I didn't have nothing.
I'm still figuring out mine.
Exactly. But the difference is I did it. I didn't say I'm gonna make a YouTube video. I didn't care how crappy it was. It only got like maybe 1,000 views. It's been up there almost a year. It's been up there a year. But guess what? My first video, I gained 100 subscribers. How crazy is that?
You found your niche, bro. Cause you always used to come to me with different ideas. Let's do this. Let's do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And you did something, and look at where you are now.
Yeah. It was fear.
And this is what I put to people. It's like, yo, I say this all the time, bro. You gotta try everything and do everything. Something's gonna hit.
You don't know what you're gonna like.
Yeah.
I never knew I was gonna like laser, and I just wanted to try it. I never knew I was gonna like welding. I just wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Everything that I've done, I didn't know I was gonna like it. I just tried. But if you never try, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know, man. You can be capable of being whatever you want to be, but if you never try, you'll never know.
Yeah. What is your whole goal with that?
With my YouTube channel, I just enjoy it. And a lot of people.
So let's elaborate on that. So you basically show people exactly what you're doing, but also mentor people. Like you show them. You do tutorials.
A lot of people. Yeah. Every last one of my videos is a tutorial. I show people how to take a laser and get great results. And the reason I do it is because it feels good. Yeah. Honestly, it just feels good. Some people do it for money. Some people do it for fame. I do it because it makes me feel good.
the lucrative.
It can be very lucrative.
Yeah.
I don't help so many people start YouTube channels. I don't help people learn the laser and they start businesses.
Yeah. That's good. But you always wanted to be that guy, bro.
But you know what that is? It's just God, man. People say, man, I was up and I watched this video and now they got successful businesses where they're making $2,000-$3,000 a month selling laser engraved canvas and art. And I'm like, hey, that's amazing, man. That's my slogan. It's going to be an amazing burn. No matter what, it's going to be an amazing burn. That's my slogan. Why be negative? Before I even started, I don't know if it even going to turn out right, but I stay positive and it always turns out right.
Yo, as much as we want to beat people in the head with their positivity, people don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's just like you're gonna always have people who are negative. You're gonna always have people that are positive.
Yeah.
Look, when people go to a church, right? The pastor ain't trying to reach everybody, but the ones he do reach,
that's a fact.
That's all I can't save everybody, but I'm gonna
gotta save the people that want to be saved.
Exactly. And I'm going to keep doing the same thing over and over because eventually, after you hear it so many times, you're going to want to be saved too. Yeah. That's why people say when a pastor be ministering and, oh man, what he's saying is connecting to my life. Yeah, God got you there for a reason. Yeah. Yeah, it might not got nothing to do with you, but you feel it because you're going through the same thing in life right now. Yeah. And people watch my videos and I know what they're going through in life. And that's why I started my channel because it was so hard for me, bro. It was so hard for me to learn lasering, man. So I was like,
it was a difficult.
It was, man. I probably wasted 500-600 canvases, man, learning. But what came out of that was so positive. I have people in Dubai, across the world, England, France, everywhere that reach out to me and email, hey man, I watch your videos. Hey man, can you help me? And I don't say, yeah, give me a $500, give me $50. I help them.
Yeah, you always been that guy.
I help them. It's gonna take me 30 minutes to help you, and I can change your life with that 30 minutes. And I have.
That's always been your value. Your value is giving people value, and them taking it and creating something massive with it.
Exactly. I can give you all this, but if I teach you, you can keep doing it and show somebody else. I tell people, they're like, how much I owe you? I tell you what you do. Next time somebody asks you what you ask me, give them the same answer and teach them. That's why it's transition from person to person to person.
You're basically duplicating your knowledge.
Exactly. Knowledge is dead if you don't spread it. If it's in one brain, it's died one brain, never gonna go out there. I want this laser to be the laser community is huge, man. I mean, I
didn't know until I was going to your videos. I probably went to like 10, 20, bro. And I'm like, bro, this guy's engagement and people are really having full blown conversations in the chats.
Yeah.
and you responding to every single one. I'm like, yo, how does he do it?
I like to be genuine. Everybody, if you watch my videos, I talk to and everything, I just be 100 with them. On my videos, I'm 100 with you. I don't care. I don't give you fake settings. I give you all my settings. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. I've seen comments. I'm like, yo, this guy's getting deep. He's giving out all the gems.
And the reason why is why not? I'm not gonna benefit for keeping all this to me. And at the same time, man, it was such a struggle for me. I don't want nobody to have to go through what I went through, and everybody should be like that.
Yeah.
If I could tell you a way to make yourself better, why not?
Yeah.
People do it for me.
Yeah, absolutely. You figured it out though, man. You figured it out, bro. Because I remember a few years ago, life wasn't what it is right now for you.
Not at all. It wasn't.
And you went through some stuff, but that mindset, bro. That's why we preach that so much, man. And I don't want to sound like we preaching to the choir, but if you could just change your mindset a little bit and look at things from outside the box, it can really help your life, man. It can really help you propel. It can help you pivot. It can help you move in a direction that could be your purpose or your calling.
We are our own hindrance, man. When you get out of the way, when you get over yourself, like I said earlier, you can do anything, man. And it don't matter where you at in life, you can always change it, man. It's not a force, it's a decision. Yeah. You got to make the decision to want to change.
Yeah.
I can come here and help you every single day and you stay in the same position. It has nothing to do with me helping you.
Yeah.
It has everything to do with you learning it. You know what I mean? I got people who I tell stuff and they be like, all right, you're going to have to tell me again. You're going to have to tell me again. And I continue to tell them. But you know what?
That's me.
Those people, they have that drive to do it because they wouldn't come back and ask me.
I used to do that a lot to you. You used to teach me something. I'm like, yo, bro, you got to tell me again. Exactly. And you're so patient because I'm not. I had to smack somebody like, pop.
But that's what I'm saying, man. That's the thing about being a leader. You're going to run across everybody.
Yeah.
In your battalion, you're going to have people from every walks of life. You're going to have people that have communication that can't communicate in the right language or don't know how to speak this or don't know how to say that or don't know how to remember or don't know how to write notes. You're going to have those people. You can't expect everybody to be like you are.
I love that. I love that. That you create path for people and try to help people any way that you can. Bro.
When people, they say, oh, man, we love you, man. You're amazing. I helped the guy before I came here tonight, right? And he tripped me out because he was like, oh, man, I'm so excited. It's you. I'm like, bro, I'm a normal person,
You're a YouTuber, bro. Boy.
I'm a normal person,
You don't see
man.
it. You don't see it yet, though. You're bro, it's like,
I got 4,300 subscribers, man. There's people out there with millions.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
But the people not doing what you're doing. They're not commenting. They're not having those one-on-one interactions. Yeah. And you are literally taking your time, bro. You must spend hours.
Not at all. See, that's what I'm saying. When you say time, I don't spend much time. Sometimes
you see something, you comment, and then you just go about your day.
Look, man, I don't put too much in it. I know what I'm gonna say already. I'll tell you. I say, hey, email me. I'll get back with you. Or I'll tell a lot of people. They'll ask me a question. Hey, it's gonna take a little longer than that to me to explain it on the right. Email me. We'll go over it. Or we'll message or whatever.
That's even going personal because you're giving people your email and
yeah, Southern Smoke and Gravy. They hit me up all the time.
Woo, my boy. So. What's next for you?
Capabilities, it's endless. Man.
Yeah,
it's endless. I don't know. That's the excited part about it.
It is, bro.
I don't know.
I love the journey, bro. I love the game. I just want to be in the game,
bro. I do it on my cell phone. I don't even edit my videos on a computer, bro. Come on, bro.
So, yo, there's no excuse if you're trying to get something done, man. Bro. That's literally the definition of no excuse. When you're starting off from your phone.
You gotta take what you have.
And make the best of it.
If you can't test yourself, you don't have no discipline.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking. I used to drink. Used to smoke.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I enjoy it. You were part of you don't even know this. I'm gonna tell you here. Everybody can hear it. You was part of why I stopped.
How so?
On my birthday, you bought me a bottle of Hennessy. 4 other people bought me bottles of Hennessy. I drank 5 bottles of Hennessy on my birthday, March 7th.
Yo, and when he says that, listen, I am a witness. This guy used to drink like an animal. I didn't even believe it was real. So when he says 5 bottles, I believe you 100%.
You bought me a bottle. My wife bought me a bottle. My brothers bought me. I drunk all of them started at like 8 o'clock that morning, and I finished that night. I had just turned 25. It was my 25th birthday. I went crazy. I never had hangovers. That next day, it took me 3 weeks to recover. It took me 3 weeks, and I knew it wasn't for me. I stopped smoking, stopped drinking. My brother was like, nah, you ain't stopping, man. You been drinking. The discipline in me, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. And it's been 6 years since I had something to drink, man. If you don't have mental discipline over your life, it won't get you nowhere, man. Never know.
So listen, bro. We're going to have to wrap it up right now, bro. I have another guest coming on to the podcast, bro. Yep. It's been a pleasure, bro. I love speaking to you, bro. I love speaking to you. Same, I've always learned, bro, you was kind of my mentor when I moved over here.
I appreciate it.
And even now that you're in the space, bro. Yeah, bro, for real, man. I've always asked you for advice. I always confide in you as a human, as a person, as someone I call my brother. I don't take that lightly. Even though we went separate paths, we always align, bro. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it's meant.
Don't be a lot.
We're gonna create something in the future, bro. We have done a lot, bro, and it's only the beginning for us, bro.
It is, man. We can only go up.
Exactly, bro. So where can people find you, bro?
All right. Well, you can go to my YouTube, and I got a TikTok, but it's both of my names are Southern Smoke Engraving. That's my name on my YouTube, and that's my name on my TikTok. And if you need a roof in the state of Florida, I'm licensed in the state of Florida, so brsdroofing.com. But man, I thank you for having me, man.
I appreciate it, bro. I don't think this is gonna be the first time. We'll definitely catch up in a few months from now. See where you at, man.
All right.
And I'm definitely gonna keep up with you.
All right.
I need some of the gems because your YouTube channel is blowing up, man.
Hey.
People, yo, listen, go check him out, man. It's so intriguing what he's doing. Yeah, bro. So you see, it's getting windy out here. We're gonna wrap it up for now. So I appreciate you guys. If you guys are new here, please subscribe. We invite guests every single week, and we post videos on YouTube. We on Spotify, iTunes, all the streaming platforms. So check us out. Peace.
Peace.